Hey gents, today we're going to be taking a look inside this box from iTailor, which I placed the order in July of this year, and it's been sitting here ever since. I'm sorry guys, I'm really behind. If you want to support more videos like this and subscribe to learn about the best menswear on the internet, here we go. This is an iTailor shirt, and I want to say it cost me like 30 bucks or something. It was really cheap, like suspiciously cheap for a made-to-measure shirt, and it came in a pretty decent speed. I don't think anything to write home about, but that's one of the reasons this was so delayed, is because I ordered it and it just took a while to get here, and then it sat here unopened. So this is the iTailor shirt. I did a little bit of customization in here, which I don't usually do. I did a 2-button on the collar here, mitered, and I did a little bit of a blue stitch just to make it interesting, because I've got so many of these made-to-measure shirts that eventually I can get a little bit more creative in here. So, you know, the cotton, it feels good. One of the things about all of these shirts is if you're just getting like a cotton twill, there's not a huge difference between the fabric itself. But let's get this guy on and see how they did on my measurements. Doesn't look so bad out of the box. The shirt came to $52 with shipping, which makes this my least expensive shirt thus far from the made-to-measure realm. I placed the order on June 7th, and it didn't get here until the middle of July. It was like the 24th or something. So this is the least expensive shirt and the longest it has taken to ship here, and it's just been sitting in the box ever since. So let's go try this guy on. I also found they included a piece of the twill as like a pocket square in the white. I don't know if they send this if you were to order an orange shirt and then they send you an orange one, but nice little bonus here. Before we get into the iTailor shirt, I've got like 6 custom shirt I need to unbox over here. I'll also take a look inside of Original Stitch. So this was ordered and delivered within 20 days. This shirt was $99, and Original Stitch prides itself on having the most customization options on all the made-to-measure shirts, because you can change the buttons, you can change the fabric color on the placket here, you can change on the inner lining, and they also don't do straight measurements. So iTailor, I put my measurements into the website, and then Original Stitch just takes a neck size and a shirt size, or a neck size and an arm size for your measurements. So let's get into Original Stitch. Also, another white shirt, but this one I also made it a little bit fun with an inner lining of this floral pattern, and I did a slightly pink, like a champagne button on here, and you can see some of the floral pattern as well. I'm working on putting all of these shirts together in one video, so that's why I'm kind of putting these out as I go, so I can track my thoughts and have notes for all this stuff too. So let's see how Original Stitch did on my shirt size after we talk about iTailor. On the fit for iTailor, they basically nailed it. The sleeves are maybe a half an inch or an inch too short, but that would be my own measurement fault. I'd be able to follow up with them and get it updated. The fabric feels pretty good. It's nothing to write home about. It's not as premium as I would expect if I was paying over $100 for a shirt. Customization options turned out fine, and I made a note that they didn't ask for like my bicep or my wrist size, which most made-to-measure companies do ask for, but it still fits very well on here. You can see the nice high armhole, which gives me you know, nice movement, but also a nice slim fit, and you can see that my torso fits me perfectly. It is a very long shirt, which I usually set that in all these made-to-measure companies, because I do tuck my shirt for the most part. There was a French woman that I work with once said that untucking your shirt is for fat people, and that's always stuck with me. So now I always tuck in my dress shirts, but right around the neck, you can see fits very well, would look great with a tie. And you know, I was a little skeptical because the shirt, I mean, the shirt was like $30-something plus $12.99 shipping for 50 bucks, which is the lowest any of these made-to-measure shirts companies have had. And I think you are getting a lower quality of the cotton shirt.
You can see one of the places that they're able to save some money is they've got, you know, the collar doesn't feel very stiff, but there's also these integrated collar stays. You can't replace them yourself, which is going to make it not easy to maintain. If you dry clean it, then the collar stays are going to get ruined. You can't update them. So you can see where they've cut some of the corners.
But it is acceptable. I would expect it to hold up as well as like a J. Crew or a Banana Republic shirt, because it's probably about the same quality fabric. So Original Stitch, not a great fit. Like I said, you're mostly customizing the sizing of your neck and your sleeve, and then they extrapolate sizing off of that. So I have a ton of extra fabric around my torso and around my chest, and if I were to do a true made-to-measure at this price point, I'd be able to get a much better fit, like you see with the iTailor shirt. The fabric does have a more premium feeling to it from the iTailor shirt, which you'd expect at double the price. This is just like the basic base fabric from them. Some of the things I noticed is that the website isn't as polished as I'm used to with some of the other made-to-measure sites. They didn't have a ton of collar options, so like collar styles. You can definitely change all of the fabrics around, but it was the styling that wasn't very customizable. They have a lot of plastic button options, and then you can do some of the custom measurements for an extra $10, but I wanted to see how this process was originally, so maybe I'll have to order another shirt with the full customizations that they offer on the site. With iTailor, the site is like super cheesy, and it was very slow for me, like the rendering engine, and as you're just trying to step through the process, so that whole experience wasn't great. They say the company's been around since 1979, but I doubt that a company was named iTailor with a little I and a capital T before the days of Apple, but maybe they changed their name, I don't know. This is a case of you get what you pay for. It was a very slow process, and the quality of the fabric isn't excellent, but you only paid $50 for a shirt, so not too bad all in all. So there you have it, gents. I'll roll this up into my full roundup, but my rule of thumb sticks. Don't expect your custom-made shirt to come correct every single time. I have about a 50% hit rate across all the companies that I've worked with. That stands true today. Didn't do so great on the original stitch. iTailor turned out pretty well, but I'm working on this full roundup. It'll probably come out beginning of the year for next year. I'm still waiting on a few more, but I got a lot of videos coming up between then, so make sure you subscribe to learn about the best menswear on the internet. Make sure you see my latest giveaway. I'm giving away 3 Oliver Wick suits to my subscribers as a huge thank you for supporting my channel, because I couldn't do it and I wouldn't be able to do it without you guys. And until next time, gents, this is the Kavalier. Right before she walks away, I'm pretty sure I hear her say, adios, adios. You probably don't even know what that means. Adios, adios.